Hey there, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another relationship reaction video. So, this is going to be about Chelsea Handler and jokoy. Let's hear how they're doing after their recent breakup.
I'm on with my boyfriend, who's now my ex-boyfriend, Joe Coy, and I was scheduled, and because Glennon and I have a very beautiful, honest history together, when we were scheduled, we were having some issues, and I texted her and said, I don't think this is a good time for us to come on and be representing relationships or couples or anything. We're going to head to some therapy and try and sort this out, and
Now, when she says therapy, it's a very important point because she gets therapy in her life for the pain that she has encountered. She experienced some family trauma when she was younger, and she's spoken about that very much during her career. Now she's gone to see a therapist, and it's helped her within her personal life. And then she found love with jokoy, and things seemed to be working, and she was just walking on clouds. She was so happy, and he seemed very happy too. But there was always something about him. It was like he was waiting for the other foot to drop. And I think maybe that's what started to happen. You know, Chelsea is healing. Chelsea needs more healing. She had a good man, and he is a good man, but we're going to get to that in a second when we watch his reaction.
And now here I am alone, and I just publicly announced that Joe Coy and I are, going our separate ways. And I couldn't be happier to be spending this morning with all three of you.
Now, all three of you who she's speaking to are ladies, three ladies. And what she's saying is she couldn't be happier than to be there. So at that moment, I'm thinking it's something that's helping her get up, something that's helping her feel like she can get back to herself, get back to her career, because she is on tour. And, to break up like this so openly, so publicly with, something that was seemingly good for her. She's trying to say that she couldn't be more happier that she has that support at that moment, which could also mean that she's feeling sad and alone. So remember, I'm just assuming.
I feel the exact same way. I wish I was actually just on your couch right now, but this
on my lap. I wish you were on my lap right now.
Same. Let's just
holding me like a baby. Holding me like a baby.
Holding me like a baby.
Holding me like a baby.
Now take that in again. Holding me like a baby, she said. That's what she said, which also is now another indicator that she's low. She needs to be held. She needs to be on a show with ladies supporting her, because there's something going on around her that she's feeling very alone about. So I'm assuming that at this point she's feeling alone. She's feeling, just tired. She had something again that appeared to be very good. And then when we watched jokoy's reaction after breaking up, he's really focused. He's also on tour. So I think the breakup is more in his favor. He's becoming a very big star. His own movie and his comedy shows are great. He is a very good comedian. And Chelsea also likes his comedy because way back in the day when she first started her show, she invited him on as her Asian sidekick, and he declined it and said no because he didn't want to make his name big from that. He wanted to become more than just a sidekick. So he ended up going on her show anyway once a week, and it was a really good show, and that's what helped made her show even amazing. When she had people all around the table, he was one of them. So you see, with that being said, the two of them have known each other for a while, and they just happen to become closer since Chelsea has become, I would assume, softer. But, by that I mean more open to love since her therapy that she speaks about so openly. But again, these are just speculations. And she really did look like she was happily in love. And she probably felt that the therapy was working. And, guys, the therapy takes time to work. It's not just going to happen overnight. And so the fact that she had a glimpse of what the therapy results will look like way in the future is just amazing. It really is. Let's go into jokoy.
San Francisco, wake up. I'm up. It's time for more press. Easter Sunday. Get up! Looks like I got the keys to Daly City. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, I don't stop. We're doing more press for the movie. A little press shot. Look at my sister. Gemma, what are you doing? Are you taking a picture of me? Just like right here or something, yeah.
You're not listening, are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Mark S. Allen.
Okay, cool.
And he's with,
This is Marcus right here. Hey guys, I'm still in the Bay Area, and if you want to come hang out, I'm in Daly City. That's right, Century 20, Daly City. I'm here right now. I'm only here for 30 minutes. Let's go. Yo, Century 20, Daly City. I'm out here right now. We're giving it all right now. Look at that. Yeah. Look how cool this is. On my way back to LA, Compass Books, SFO Air.
So as you can see, he's on his grind. He is doing a lot of promotion for his movie that's coming up called Easter Sunday, and it's coming out August 5th. And it's a comedy about him, his family, and he's hanging with his family after the breakup. He's really focused on business and growing, and also his family. Pretty decent guy, just doing his thing. And I think at this moment in life, he wasn't looking for marriage or anything too heavy at this moment. I think he was looking for a girlfriend. Chelsea was fun. They really know each other. And, he's seen her, like, he's dealt with her roughness as well. So he's a comedian, and he probably thought he could just laugh most of it off. I'm just speaking from a soul coach and a relationship coach's point of view, where I'm analyzing. So let's keep on analyzing. Now, the two of them, it looked to be like he was looking for something light, a nice girlfriend. He knew how to be with her. She seemed like he knew her, put it that way, and she knew him, and they were like, this feels good. So they were rolling with it. But again, I believe she was at a time in her life where she's looking for marriage, maybe not children. She's mentioned that she's never really wanted children, right? But at this point in her life, she's just wanted herself, her husband to be with. And look at him, he's busy. He is living the life. He's feeling like, nothing can stop him right now, and nothing should. When you are on top, you have to do everything that you have to get done in order to get to where you want to be. And that's what he's doing. He's not allowing anything to stop him. Is he heartless? I don't think so. Is he cold? Absolutely not. He is not even on that emotional level. He's really just focused on the blessing that's in front of him, and he's going for them. And he's seeing that his hard work is paying off. Now, look at the respect that he's getting. And he's not speaking about her, which is really great, because it would really put a damper on his success right now and his promotions. You don't want to talk about an ex that you just broke up with. But she is during her interviews, because she's also on tour, and she's speaking about her breakup. And I think they both came out publicly, and they both put on their Instagram an explanation. She put out a video. He put out a photo. In all honesty, just inserting a little bit of personal opinion here, I think his post was very friend-like and very much like, hey, this was my buddy, and you know what, we're going to remain friends. And hers was more like, oh, this is my ex-boyfriend, and like really, really sensitive video showing that there were a lot of emotions, and the two of them were very close. Very much unlike his post. His post, it just seemed like he was like, all right, we were friends and we're going to remain friends. It's sad though, because you can see that in it, Chelsea is very much feeling in her post like there was something way more than just friendship. You can see that she was showing a true breakup and a true ending to something that she felt was happy. You can tell that she's trying to keep a good look on her face and like, hey, everything's okay. But you can also see that she is going to be alone. I don't think Chelsea is going to be alone in life, but she does need to go through a little bit more healing, like she said in the therapy when she said she was talking about therapy, and also she needs to get a little bit more comfortable with herself. You know, she's alone right now, and Jokoy, he's on tour and he's with his family and he has a son. You see, he's already had his son, so he's not looking to get desperately involved with anyone to plant any seeds. He's already done that. His son is well into teenager years now, and you know, he's been married, and so he's already had that experience, and now he's experiencing the chance of a lifetime to be all that he can be, and he's doing it as best he can do it and the way he should be doing it. He shouldn't change a thing. He's promoting, he's, you know, just doing what he has to do in order to continue on his path that is paved for him and the blessings for him to collect on. And my suggestion to him is to continue on, and my suggestion to Chelsea Handler is for her just to stop talking about him, just let it be, do her comedy skits, and gain some material from this entire situation. Gain some material in respects of talk about it, speak about some of the things that she did wrong, and turn it into a joke, and then also teach people as well not to do it. She should have a whole skit about not to do this, because there's probably some things that she did in this relationship that she would love to take back. Whether it was investing too much emotionally without reading the signs, because they've only been together for under a year, and she could see his career blooming. And when we see people that, you know, their career is blooming or something is changing about them, and there's something about them that's going to be very different in the near future, we need to take it slow and just move forward with them. Not leave them alone, but take it slow with them. Let that change happen within them naturally. And then when everything seems to settle, then see where everything goes. At this point, she was planning on marriage or something close to it, I'm sure. And again, it's only my speculation, so I shouldn't say it in a way where I know. But in my woman's vibe, I'm feeling like what's happening right now seems like she was ready for something way more serious than what he was ready for. And, you know, now he's moving on and he's really showing what a person in a relationship does when they are becoming one with themselves and following their heart as they gain all the blessings that has been bestowed upon them. You know, I see two very famous people doing their thing, and it makes me think of just, you know, everyday people. People that are going to work each and every day, and they're going through the same relationship problems. Of course, the relationships are not as public, and they may not be as short. These guys were only together for under a year. It could be a relationship breakup that you're going through after a very long time, and it is difficult for you to stop thinking about the person. It's difficult for you to just not even be able to move on with your life. And everywhere you look, you smell their scent, you see their car, you see their face, their hair, their image, whatever, something that reminds you about them. And then you feel like, oh my gosh, you just don't want to go on. You just don't want to move on. You just get yourself stuck into a point of no return, or you get yourself stuck into a point of no evolution. And this is where you really have to say to yourself, this is a human experience. You are a human only in body, not in spirit. Your spirit is going through a human experience here. Not everything is going to last forever, but you do have to get to a point of at least experiencing some things, even if some of them are temporary. Some of them have a season. No, let's back up. Some of them only have a reason, not even a season. And like the old saying goes, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And some people are literally put in your life for a reason, and they're not even going to be there for a season. So we have to keep this into perspective. We have to think of this when something happens. You know, it could be that Chelsea was ready for something way more serious than what Jokoy was able to offer. It could be that, she was just being very rude to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I can't deal with this. I thought I could as a comedian, but no, I just can't." It could be that she was like, "Wait, you're getting too famous, and this is really affecting with my mental health, with my personal growth. I just really need some time to be alone and let you grow." It could be that. And she's just like, "You go do your thing." And he's like, "All right, I'm going to do it." And maybe they'll connect again on the other side. But it was something that was very different for the two of them. We can admit that. And I did a video on them, part one, and you'll see where my head stood then. I was just like, no, the way she spoke to him in the video in front of a whole crowd and said, "Shut up. First of all, shut up." And his face was just like, "Whoa, okay, that's funny, but wait, that's rude. But wait, I'm not your dog. And it really showed that he was his own man, and he was putting a lot of thought into that, what she did. He was putting more thought into what she said to him as opposed to how his face looked. And you can see on his face, on that video that I put out, I'll link it down below, that it could have been something that bothered him. It was interesting. And when I read that, I thought to myself, the two of them have a lot of growing to do within each other if they're going to last, but it may be a little difficult because they seem like they're at two different times of their career. And, even though it's not impossible, it's still unlikely when it comes to not only their characters and their imbalance in careers, but also the fact that I think, again, they're expecting two different things from the relationship. So no matter what it is that broke them up, again, it's all just speculation. We can say that the two of them are going to do well all on their own. We have to pray for, Jokoy to continue to do what he's doing with all the energy that he's doing it in, and continue to promote himself and get to where he's getting in life and where he wants to go. Blesses out to him, and also blesses out to Chelsea. Chelsea, she is trying to deal with her stuff too. She's gone to counseling. She knows that she's gone through that pain since childhood. So she's at a point in her life right now where she's, still going to her counseling. She actually suggested it for the two of them to go to counseling. And I think that's what they were going to do. And then he was just like, "Nah, I'm out of here. Like, I can't go to counseling. Like, I got to go on the road. I'm busy. I'm doing my thing. This relationship is great, but it's just not the be all to end all. There's other important things to do, like promote a movie and make money for his family right now while he's hot and on top, like that Eminem song. When your time comes, you got to jump on it. And that's what Jokoy is doing. And to sit around and worry about relationships, I don't think is on his agenda right now. Where, again, Chelsea, she needs to just cool down and, again, make a comedy skit about this. And if there's anything that she did feel that she did out of either fear of being in love or just jealousy. I don't think she was jealous of him, but I'm sure there were times where she was thinking, "Oh, you're only big because I brought you on my show. Now you have no time for me." You know how us women get. And I wouldn't be surprised if she did have a moment of that. But overall, I'm sure she's happy for him to see that he's doing very well. And it is what it is. It's a very public breakup. So, let's just hope that she learns from whatever she can learn from it and joke about it in the future. And Jokoy, I'm pretty sure he won't talk too much about it. He's just going to continue talking about his mom and his new experiences now that he's, promoting his show. He's with his friend. I mean, his movie. He's with his family. So he's probably going to get so many more jokes during this tour because his family's with him as well. So I'm sure we're going to see more and more of jokoy and some more Netflix specials. And Chelsea Handler, she's had a wonderful heyday when it came to her show and, stand-up comedy as well. I don't think we've heard the last of her. She's on tour now, and I'm sure she will gain a lot of material for her future shows to come. It's very difficult to talk about relationships while the pain is still happening. But in hindsight, we can joke at certain things we did that we could have changed in order to make the relationship last. So whether she will joke about him or herself, I'm pretty sure she will joke about it somehow, some way. Let's just pray for her and for her healing, because she did want to save the relationship. You can tell she wanted to go to counseling, and obviously he was just like, maybe. I'm just saying, guys, to me it sounds logical that he's like, you know what? I wasn't going to invest all that much into this relationship. Like, counseling is just a little heavy. I'm busy. I'm about to go out and promote my life, have my own movie, and help my family like no ever time before. And you want me to go to counseling with you? No. It could be that where he's just like, back off. This is way too serious, way too much, way too heavy. And she's probably like, well, then if we can't go to counseling, we're going to break up. And he's probably like, okay, we're done. We're over. Listen to me playing my own game in my head with it. But I'm just saying, knowing women, knowing men, this is usually what happens. And especially in a situation such as this, where one person is like on a totally different ride. Like, this is his first time popping jokoy just like this, like with something so big. He's going around Universal Studios. He's seeing photos of himself. For him, it's like the biggest thing that could ever happen. It's probably his best summer ever. And, he's never experienced this before. It's a big thing for anyone to experience. And if anyone knows that, Chelsea does. So I'm pretty sure she's going to support him through all this. Understand that, they're both adults and he's not a bad person. And he's just going through a time in his life right now where he cannot dedicate any type of boyfriend time to her. And maybe she realizes that maybe it could be she's not at a time in life where she can be patient for him. Maybe she just wants so much more. Again, we get to the point of speculation, but then it brings us back around to logic. And logic will tell us that these two made a really good decision. They realized that it just was not for them and their timing right now. And they're both focused on what they need to focus on. Although my suggestion to Chelsea is let it go. Don't talk about ex-boyfriend Joe. Don't talk about needing to be held like a baby. Don't talk about, being so happy to get some support and stuff. You are a big woman, big girl. Pull up your panties, continue on with your therapy. Everything's going to be A-okay. You had some childhood trauma. A lot of people have, but you know what? You're on the right path to getting past the trauma and just looking at it as drama that you can choose to take on or not. And everyone else, blessings to you all. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blessings. Thank you so much for watching this reaction video and listening to my long, I guess, just personal opinion video to give you a little bit of inspiration, but also give you my view on what could be happening here as a soul coach. I know I gave a lot of scenarios, but that's just what life is all about, and I've seen them all. So whether it is that, she gave up because he can't give her what she needs right now, or whether it is he did something wrong to her, which I doubt very much. We just have to sit back and pray for everyone to be able to handle the situation as best they can. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider. And if you have, thank you so much. Guys, I love you. Have a great day.